What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Athletes Club. My name's Matt. I'm joined here today with
Amari Brown. I'm a junior here at Bridgewater State, going on to play my third year of eligibility in the winter. So I'm excited. I've met my guy Matt this past year. He's been nothing but a blessing to me. So I
likewise,
appreciate
my
everything
friend.
about him, bro.
Likewise, my friend. First of all, how's the summer been treating you? To
Summer's
kind of
been
catch you up.
cool, bro. Summer's been cool. Just getting over the injury,
hmm
working stuff like that. Just been working, training kids. Super light, super light. Nothing crazy.
So we can make a little bit of a prediction because today, um, what's today's date?
Today's the
Actually,
29th.
29th. So as of right now, Draymond, Dame, and Jaylen Brown haven't. Well, maybe Dame, but Draymond and JB are still kind of up in the air what they're going to do. Where do you think Draymond's going to go?
I think Draymond's gonna stay now after the Chris Paul thing because
hmm
bro, they're boys, bro.
Yeah.
They're boys. Like I don't know if you've seen like LeBron's thing, bro. His podcast is good, the uninterrupted thing or
Yep.
whatever. Bro, they like I watch Chris Paul's, I watch Draymond Green, but they all hang out together. Chris Paul, Melo, Draymond, LeBron. They're
Yeah.
all boys, but I feel like Draymond's about to stay and just take less bread because I feel like he knew that Chris Paul was gonna go. Easy, 100%.
I think I think I can't see him playing in another jersey without Stephen Clay. I'm
Yeah,
with you on him
yeah,
staying.
bro. Like, it'd be weird. They said something about like the Sacramento Kings, and like I
Nah,
feel
he
like
don't like the boys.
Sabonis. I feel like Sabonis is Draymond for the Kings,
Well,
and like Draymond,
trying to be. He
yeah, like he's
trying to
trying
be.
to be, trying to be, trying to be, and then I feel like Draymond Green and Sabonis just wouldn't be good
Yeah.
together, bro. Like
What
that'd
about
be
Dame?
nasty,
Do you think there's any chance that he may change his mind and be like, you know what? I'm not going to wait here, Portland.
bro.
No.
No, not after Scoot, bro. Because he got somebody else that like the whole reason why is he was because nobody worked as hard as him. But I feel
hmm
like Scoot be in the gym, bro.
You do.
He's swole
He's
body,
built like a
bro.
football. He's built
He's
like a
swole
football player.
body, bro. Swole body.
And after Celtics lost, and especially in the way that Jaylen Brown played, not his best in
Mm-hmm.
Game 7, so it's not a great end of the season. Do you think he wears anything other than a Celtics jersey?
No shot. Like, I'm not a Jaylen Brown fan personally. You know that. You know I'm personally not a Jaylen Brown fan,
I'm a
but
huge JB
I
guy.
don't I don't see him playing with anybody else other than Tatum. Like either. I feel like they're gonna stick it out and they're gonna figure out a way to win because JB's JB, but Jason Tatum is him. Is him when he wants to be.
I'll agree to disagree since this is
When he
your
wants
interview
to
right
be.
now.
When he wants to be.
Kind of dive into it. Topic of mental health. Has mental health ever been a challenge for you at any point in playing basketball? Or have you ever played any sports other than basketball?
No, I
So
played football once, but I broke
okay,
my wrist, so I
okay.
stopped
So that
playing.
was short lived. So have you ever struggled with mental health playing basketball?
Definitely I have struggled with mental health playing basketball. Like I didn't once as a society we kind of made it as like mental health was this big thing. I never really knew it as like something like like I have anxiety.
hmm
Like for me it was kind of just like I got to get through this type of thing. Like it
Right.
was just like kind of something that would pass by. Like for me it'd be like anxiety is 15 minutes and I'd be like all right, I'm fine. But
hmm
that was when I was a little kid. Like now that we talk about it more in society,
hmm
I feel like it definitely hits home more sometimes. Like especially like my situation this season not playing. Like it was definitely hard to sit there and cheer on my teammates and not play.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like that's what I'm gonna do. Like I'm a
Right.
team oriented guy. No matter if I feel upset or something. Like I'm always gonna show up to be a great Amari, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like behind closed doors, I'll be like, all right, I got to get through this, and I'll like talk to my dad or something like that. But if I'm talking to somebody or I'm in public, you're gonna make sure you see a smile on my face, no matter what it is, bro. You can never
Yeah.
know about somebody's day and what they're going through,
That's a fact.
and that's like the
That's a
biggest thing
fact.
about being a person in this world now. Like somebody could just have a mean face, bro, and you're like, all right, I don't want to talk to them. But you
Yeah.
see somebody smiling, you're walking down the street, like you'll probably make their day. You never know.
Yeah. When was it for you? Like, what year was it? Like you're saying that it started becoming more open as a society.
I feel like
Because I know for me, it
when
was
I got
once
to
I
high
left.
school, like
Yeah.
I feel like when I got to high school, like it started really becoming a thing, and then like after COVID, that was like when it was like a real thing
Yeah.
for
That
me.
I
Like
think COVID
that,
definitely escalated it
The
all.
COVID really did it for me too, especially just being in the house. Like
All the
that was
time.
different, bro.
That was. Um. So what are some methods that you might have used to overcome the mental health once you became like what you're saying once you became
Yeah.
aware of it?
So my dad struggles with anxiety and hypertension.
Mm-hmm.
So with him, like he's always been open to me and my sister about that stuff. So like him saying that to me made me feel like okay, like if he's comfortable and he can live his life and do the things I can do that too. If he could talk to somebody, that means I could talk to somebody.
Right.
So like me going to my dad and like him going to therapy and stuff like that, and me going to therapy, like that was all stuff that like helped me. Like
Build
that
like a
was just
foundation.
yeah, like to kind of like just knowing you have somebody to go and talk to that like you're not related to or like they don't know but they can help you. I feel like that's like one of the best things for me. Like seeing somebody who can just read me. You've never met me before. But you can
Right.
read me and you can help me find these different ways to be better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the greatest thing in the world, bro.
So in these situations, like, are you someone that you'd say in these times, like, would isolate yourself, or do you find yourself like reaching out to people, or like maybe even surrounding yourself with people?
It depends on what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I was younger, I wouldn't talk about it. Like I just let it be.
Yeah.
And then as I got older and like continued to mature, I feel like my dad always told me like as a man, you can't always do it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to need things in a certain way.
Right.
So I feel like I like in the past like year, like I've had to ask for help because I've realized I can't do everything by myself. Like no one can. And like I feel like that me asking for help now has helped me get past it or work through it easier and faster and it being less complicated for me than me just sitting here for 2 weeks trying to figure out how I'm gonna do something on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if I go to somebody who's more experienced than me or has been through the same situation as me, it helps me better because I'm all about learning and you know that like learning is my biggest thing.
Yeah.
So I love to learn, bro, and I feel like I
That's
do
dope.
that within going to these people.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I think I think that's definitely dope that you have like how people say it takes a village to for
Mhm.
people. I think that's dope that you got a village around you that you
Bro,
can go to
so
and kind of
fire.
find answers to, or like maybe there's sometimes you don't even have answers, but it's the comfort of knowing that like okay, I'm in a safe space or
Bro,
whatever.
like that's the thing. Like for me, it's my dad, bro. Like if anybody who knows me knows that I'm always with my dad. They think that we're brothers, bro. Like, and that's literally not what it is. Like, it is what it is, but it's not what it is. Like he's kind of like the safe space and the village.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's him and like the one person, and that doesn't go to knock off anybody else in my support system, but it's different when it's just me and my dad, bro. Like that's how I look at it. He's the village and I'm his. Like we use each other, bro.
That's dope. You definitely just earlier mentioned something about your injury.
So
What was your injury that you suffered?
so I fully ruptured my Achilles tendon on my left foot on
Mm,
February 5th, 2023.
remember the date. So, what was your thought process like immediately following the injury? Like maybe, or for a timeline of like maybe for did you go to the hospital right after?
Yeah.
So, if like from the hospital, leaving the hospital, going home, like what was your thought process in like real time of all that happening?
So I was playing in my men's league game
Hmm.
and I never stretch. So I never stretch. I'm gonna say that I never stretch ever, bro. I'll hold my hand accountable to that. I never stretch. And at this time in my life, like I was just training like 3 times a day, just training, and not resting, not taking care of my body because I just felt like I had a point to prove to everybody. So it was like 5 minutes in the game. I had already had like two threes, I had like two and ones, bro. I had a mid range, and I get the ball, like I'm complaining to the ref about a call, and like so I'm kind of basically cherry picking, and I go up, I'm like yo, pass me the ball, I'm open. I go up for the layup fast break by myself, no one's around. I go to turn, and I just sounds like a gunshot goes off in the gym. Like that's how loud it was, bro. When I tore my Achilles, like it was like boom, like for real, like a gunshot, bro.
Like when you
And
fell or the
when
popping?
so I landed and I was fine. And I went to go turn to go back on defense, and I went to go
Yeah.
like push off, and then like I couldn't put my foot back down on the ground. Like as soon as I lifted it up, I couldn't put it back down on the ground. So I literally sat down, bro, pushed myself back, and then I started like I was just like no way. But I knew right away that I tore my Achilles. Like I knew right away. Like I was sitting there and like after and I was hopping on one leg and I looked over at my dad and I was like, bro, like I tore it, bro. Like, come here, like I need you. Like it's not something I can get up from. Like
Yeah.
I need your help. She comes over, we're chilling, just talking, bro, and then I get lifted up. Coach Mook was there. Coach Mook and my dad came lift me up, and then my dad went to go get the car and park it because we were near a door.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes. My brother and Coach Mook come and they lift me up, and I couldn't put like any weight on my foot, bro. So
Yeah.
I get in the car. Coach Mook closes the door, and like I'm just sitting there with my dad, but like the car's not even started, and I just broke down like into tears, bro, because I was like, I already didn't play this year, bro. I had just gotten into a car accident, and I'm like, and now I tear my Achilles.
Yeah.
Like it was just like something that was just nonstop, bro. And I feel like I couldn't catch a break. Like that's literally what it felt like. I could not catch a break, and I was like, what else could happen now? Like what
Yeah.
else is about to happen now after this, bro? And I'd never been hurt before, so for me it was kind of just like a damn moment. Like what now?
Yeah.
Like how do I bounce back from this?
Foreign
now?
territory.
Yeah, I never nothing ever happened to me like that. And then I'm like, I have the worst injury that any athlete could ever have.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never been injured before. I've never missed a game. I've never sat out. So how am I supposed to do this?
Right.
So that's what it was for me at first, bro.
So like you said, you knew when it popped and everything, but I think from coming back from injury myself, like there comes a point in time, like later down the line, where you're just kind of sitting around, maybe whatever time, or
Mm-hmm.
2 months from when the injury happened. When was it when it really resonated with you that like you're sitting there or whatever you're doing, you're like, damn, bro, like I ruptured my Achilles, or
Yeah.
like, damn, bro, I'm hurt, bro.
So the night I went to the emergency room and they didn't see me the night I got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there till 4 a.m. I went home. I was
That's
like, bro,
tough.
I'm not doing this. So I went back. I went to Boston the next day, and I was sitting in the emergency room for hours, bro, waiting for an ultrasound, and it still hadn't hit me. I saw my Achilles like gone, like on the screen, bro. Like they're putting the ultrasound on the back of my foot. I see it, like it's not there. There's nothing there. It's just
Yeah.
space. So I'm just sitting there. I'm chilling. They come. They tell me they're gonna put a splint on. I'm still fine, bro. I think it was the moment I got off anesthesia from surgery
Mm-hmm.
was when I was like, yeah, this is about to be crazy.
So how
Like,
far was that from when you were just saying the
so I got
pictures?
hurt on the 5th, and then I got the splint in on the 6th. No, the 6th, and then after that, I was just in the splint and on crutches for a couple of days, and I had surgery on Valentine's Day, February 14th. So until like that was like a little like
So about
7 day, 8 day
2 weeks.
span or whatever, 2 weeks, and I was just like, well, like I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of just like, once I got out of surgery and like my anesthesia wore off, and that day I was in bed, like my pain, I felt everything wore off from my leg. Like I
Mm-hmm.
felt this, like all the anesthesia from the surgery and all that stuff, like the numb killer or whatever. I felt that go away. Like, and that was the moment where I was like, yo, I really tore my Achilles. Like I couldn't sleep, bro. The amount of pain I was in, like that was when I really knew, like this was about to be real, and I was gonna have to bounce back from something.
That's tough.
Yeah, bro.
Those moments too, because it's really like
Bro,
you almost feel stuck in
yo,
time.
sitting in
And
the
like,
room by myself, 3:30 in the morning, no one's asleep, all the lights are off, but my room, and I'm like, what do I do now?
yeah, it's like what?
What?
Like,
Like what
what
am
do you
I
want me to
supposed to do, bro?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, bro.
So with that, I guess from that point forward, or even to like up to now, has your mindset or thought process changed at all? Like for better or worse in those situations?
Yeah.
And then if it did, then what was it?
I definitely, like after that, it was hard
Mm-hmm.
to definitely like change my mindset, because at the time, like I was just after surgery, I was in a cast for 2 weeks, and then I was in a boot for 2 months. So I was just doing, like I didn't have any physical therapy or anything while I was like in my cast. So like for me, like sitting down doing nothing, like I felt like I was doing something wrong. Like I was training every day, bro, like to be something. And then it was just like kind of like you have to sit down. There's nothing you can do. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have to sit down. Like there's no other choice.
Just play the waiting
like
game.
so for me, I was never like that. Every time I felt like, this is nothing like towards my dad, is calling him a bad parent, but my dad would always make me like if I wanted to do something, I had to make sure I had my workouts and all my stuff done before I wanted to go and do something like hang out with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and for me, it was like I can't do nothing because I'm not working out. I haven't gotten any better. I haven't trained, so I'm just sitting here and I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Because it's not like I'll be like, yo, can I go out and hang out with my friends or something? Like while I'm hurt, like I don't want to be around nobody. I want to be by myself. So that was definitely hard at first, but once I started physical therapy, that was when everything started like kicking in. So I was in the boot and on crutches for 4 weeks, and then I got the crutches taken away, and I was just on the boot, and I started PT. So now I've been in PT for a couple months, and it's been great, bro. Like bouncing back and like kind of figuring out and maneuvering what I can do now.
Yeah.
So now it's just I got like I said, like I told you, I got cleared for jump shots and stuff a couple weeks ago. So now it's just kind of just focusing on the little stuff, on the small details that you need to do to get better and get back. So it's definitely my mindset has changed. I'm definitely working to something better, and I'm just locked in and focused on doing that right now. So
That,
that's it, bro.
that's dope.
That's it.
It's tough
It is.
but I think like you said, once you start PT and start doing something, it starts like the mindset back up
Yeah,
of okay, now I gotta PT syndrome, but exercise and stuff. It's like oh, I gotta
exactly.
nail these out.
It's like I gotta do it. Like, bro, my PT has an app and can see when I'm doing my stuff or not. Like, it logs it for it and everything. Like, and they be on you if you don't do it.
Oh wow.
Like, it's crazy, bro. But and even in PT, sometimes like you have those moments, like where it's like when you can't do something, and your mind's like, damn, like I really can't do
Yeah,
this, and it's so
it'll be
simple,
so
the
simple, bro.
simplest thing ever, and you're like, I can't do it, like, and you just gotta kind of bite that bullet for now because it's not really in your control. Like you just gotta work back to the things
Mm-hmm.
that you were at before, and I feel like that was my hardest part moving, like getting into PT, but it's gotten better as I moved on because I've been kind of okay now with like, yeah, like I'm hurt. I've been hurt for 5 months. You know what I'm saying? Something
Yeah,
like that. Like, so definitely because everything takes time. You gotta take it day by day with this thing. So that's just
that's
been my mindset with this all the time. Take it day by day.
yeah.
That's all you can do.
Obviously with the injuries and stuff, sometimes that can end players or athletes' careers.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought about life after sports, or for you basketball?
Yeah. So for me, like I'm in school. I want to be a journalist. Like that's basketball is my locked in goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to do. I want to be an overseas pro. If I can make it to NBA, that'd be great. If I can make it to G League, that'd be great. But I want to be an overseas pro. I want to travel the world. I want to see different parts of the world and do the thing I love.
Mm-hmm.
So, but journalism is I love to write. I write in my journal every morning when I wake up, talk about how I'm feeling, and then I'll write in it when I get home and at night before I go to bed. All about things about how I feel or how I think in the daytime it's how I wake up feeling. In the morning it's how I feel at noon. It may change. And then at night it's how I feel before I go to bed. So I basically just log my day. How can you get better from that? Look back and you'd see, okay, I admit I did this wrong, such and such wrong. How can I do it better today?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just kind of what keeps me going every day, bro. How can you get better every day?
Right.
That's all that matters. If you get better every day, you're making progress, no matter what that is. If that's in life, if that's in your sports, if that's in your mental,
Mm-hmm.
physical. If you're getting better, why complain?
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
So with you saying like you want to do the journalism, that's something you want to achieve after sports. With journalism, what is the
Yeah,
lifestyle
sorry,
of
I got
that?
a topic of that, bro. My
No, no, no.
fault.
It's good. It's good. What does the lifestyle look like for you with journalism?
Okay, so my dad has a lot of journalist friends. Like I grew up in Boston, the inner city, so um, my dad's super connected with people like that. So for me, it's kind of like I want to do a sports thing. Like I want to talk about basketball. I want to talk about my story. I want to help people explain their other stories. And we've talked about this, like the way I've grown up. Not everybody has grown up. There's different things that I can see that other people can't see, and that's just based off the circumstances of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Not to knock off anybody else, but that's just what it is. So I feel like you say this all the time. Like this is a safe space for somebody to come and talk.
Yeah.
I want this to be a safe space where somebody can come and express their feelings about how they
Right.
feel about certain things or about their story or what they want to learn. Or that's what it kind of is for me, bro. Like the sports thing, of course, I'd want to write up about, oh yeah, LeBron just broke the scoring record or something like that. Like I'd love to write about that.
Right.
But I feel like my purpose
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm going through what I'm going through is to be able to help people tell their stories
Right.
and help them learn different ways to give that off to somebody else, or even still work on what they're going through in their story. No one's story's over till it's over.
Right.
So that's why I think my purpose is with it.
Mm-hmm. To kind of pivot back to with you saying you want to play pro overseas, how do you feel like once you know it's or when you do know it's
Mm-hmm.
your final day, you're playing whatever and you got to hang the shoes up? How do you think that feeling will be?
Bro, I feel like I'm gonna cry for days, bro. Like I feel like I'm gonna cry for days. Like after, like when I found out I wasn't playing this year, it sucked, bro. I was like, yo, like I feel like I'm hanging up my shoes, bro. Like I came
Mm-hmm.
here, I trained, did all this stuff, can't play. Like I was like, damn, what am I gonna do now, bro?
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like once I hang up my shoes, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. Like that's gonna be scary. I don't know. I don't want to know what I'm gonna do, bro. I don't know what I want to do, bro. I don't even want to know that.
So this year with you not playing, obviously you took up coaching up at Franklin High,
Yeah.
helping them out, and then for the first half you were with us for the Bridgewater.
Mhm.
What was your experience like being on the sidelines for the first time and not having the ability to at any point check in?
It was for me. I feel like it was the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like me not playing this year was the greatest thing that could ever happen to me, and I understand that now.
Right.
Like, I believe I didn't play, I started coaching, and I got hurt all for a reason. Like, I
Right.
feel like all that was for a reason because these were all the things that I was lacking in my game before.
Mm-hmm.
Like watching film, I wasn't doing that. Being having different connections and actually having like focus on like my major for school and stuff like that. Like I never really had the time to do that because my mind was so consumed with basketball.
Right.
And it was just like I never thought I needed to watch film until I started to become a coach and I had to watch against other teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like and I'm like, oh wow, this really does make a difference when you really know how to watch film. A lot of people don't know how to watch film. When you really sit there and you know how to watch it, it helps a lot. But if you're just sitting there critiquing yourself on your film, and you're just like, oh, I could have did this better. What is that doing for your next game or your
Right.
knowledge or knowing your opponent? It's not doing anything. It's helping you, yes, helping you get better, and that's if you really understand it. A lot of people don't. So I feel like watching film helped me understand the game of basketball, especially from coaching. And like you said about the sidelines part, it was definitely tough. Like at first, our first game, it was super hard. Like I had to have my dad there, like in the stands. I just wanted to know he was there. Like
Mm-hmm.
my dad's never missed a game, but I just wanted to know that he was there because it made me feel like I had somebody else that was there with me going through it.
Right.
Because at the same time, he was going through it too because he's never not seen me play. My dad's never missed a basketball game ever when I've played. So for him to do that, that was a blessing that I have, and that helped me get through it. But as it got along, and as the season got deeper and deeper, I started to realize my purpose and why things were happening to me. So it was definitely easier to as it went along. So
Is there anything you learned, like what you're saying, film or something you just mentioned, like why coaches may do something, like in terms of why a certain player gets these minutes or why
mm-hmm.
certain lineups are created and thrown out there, and even to go earlier, like the team structure, why someone might get cut, where it's like,
Yeah,
oh, this kid should have made the team.
yeah. I feel like so CJ Neely, he was the coach over there at Franklin. He played at Oliver Ames, and then he just locked in on coaching. He was an assistant, and then he ended up getting the head coaching job, and we just won a Hawk title. Like the amount of effort he puts into that, like I've never seen somebody with 30 like notebook pages on just the starters
Mm-hmm.
of notes, like on footwork, on how they post up, on like
Mm-hmm.
different stuff like that, and being around people like that, like help you see the game such a different way. So like he'll be like, okay, I'll be like, why do you have one of the kids on our team with one MVP of the league? I was like, okay, why do you have Sean out here still right now if he's hurt or if he's not feeling a certain type of way? He was like, if I don't have Sean in the game, whether he's hurt or not, his emotions are gonna go down or his feelings are gonna go down, and he's not gonna be that same type of player that we need him to be for us to win. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, that makes sense. Or I ask him about why are you not starting such and such, but you're starting here. Oh, I need a quick sub. I need some energy off the bench. Like, yeah, he might be able to come down early in the game, hit 2 corner threes, but I have somebody coming off the bench who's about to come in and lock somebody up and get us on defense and get us riled up and get us 6 fast break layups or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Like, so learning about that part of the game, it helped me understand that, like, just because not every coach is pulling you out the game because you did something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That was one big thing for me. It's not that I thought I was always doing anything wrong, but
Definitely.
that definitely helps being a part of that culture and
Yeah.
being a coach. It's like, we're not pulling you up if you do something wrong. We also want to help you too at the same time. Like, a coach is never telling you something for it to do you dirty or for it to hurt you in any type of way. Anything that they tell you is only for the better because they care.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just all it is. And I feel like that's how I am as a coach. I feel like that's how it should be for all coaches. And yeah.
So
That's how I feel like it should be, bro.
yeah, I mean, coaching definitely you understand more of that stuff when you're not playing because it's two sides and you're never going to know till you're on the other side, which is
Right.
not playing. So I mean, I definitely, you would watch some games and stuff, or even watch a college game. You like, watching substitutions. Oh, that makes sense. I need
Yeah.
3-point shooting at this
Right.
time, and they take out a defensive player
Right.
or whatever the case is. Kind of to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Something that you've picked up recently is to do personal training.
Yeah.
Why are you starting personal training at what some might look at you as someone who hasn't graduated college and starting personal training?
For me, it's like, to be honest, I need something to do. I needed something to do, bro. Like, I needed something that I was good at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't just spend this summer just sitting at home being in my head like I was all winter.
Right.
I couldn't do that. I needed to find something that I loved and that I was passionate about, and something that I knew that I was good at.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the training thing was just the easiest thing for me to do. I was like, I love basketball. I know the game. Like, everything that I've done in life has set me up to be able to teach the game. I want to coach after I leave sports. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to coach. I want to do journalism. I want to figure out both.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to do. So I feel like the training thing is super fire, and it like helps me with my mental because that's like my basketball right now. Like that's what I live for at the moment, I guess
Right.
you could per se. Like, just getting better at that or helping somebody get better. I feel like there's no greater feeling. Just knowing that you put that work and time and energy into somebody, and they're over here like, say whatever. They're going to kill the number 10 girl or whatever in the country.
Yeah.
Like, just knowing that
That's dope.
you help that player get to that is the greatest feeling ever, bro.
Right.
And it's dope, bro. It's dope.
So what do you think, with you, might be a little bit too early for it, but what do you hope to achieve, or what might separate you from other trainers as you gain more experience?
Well, like right now, one thing that separates me from other trainers is my time.
Mm-hmm.
Every trainer trains for an hour. My trainings are in between an hour 15, hour 30 minutes. I believe somebody can get better in 30 minutes, in an hour. But my training, one thing that I advertise is like, it's a safe space. Is I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna have a conversation with you. I'm gonna make sure that everything's okay. I'm gonna make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Other trainers don't really care about that. They just want to be like, okay, you're coming to give me my money, and I'll come here and just BS train you for an hour.
Right.
Like, bro, an hour. Think about it like this. An hour could literally be 20 minutes of ball handling, 20 minutes of finishing, 20 minutes of shooting. That's okay. That's cool. But if you have, say, if you're giving somebody, you're doing form shooting instead of just getting right into shooting drills when they're not doing something. You're doing conditioning added to your finishing drills, or you're doing conditioning added to your ball handling drills instead of just standing there. You're doing push-ups. You have different punishments, or not punishments, I would say, but different things you got to do if you don't reach your goal.
Right.
Like, that's the stuff that I have my clients work towards.
Mm-hmm.
You have goals. You set yourself up for goals. What are you going to do to get there? That's kind of how I put it as to them, and that's how I tell their parents when they're coming to me. Like, I care about every kid that I train about. I'm not gonna just sit there and BS them and not help them work hard. I'm gonna push them to the limits that they can. I'm not gonna overdo it, but I'm gonna push them to their limits that I know they can get to.
Mm-hmm.
I told one of my trainers one of the kids I trained the other day, I said, if you couldn't do something, why would I show it to you? you have to have that type of confidence in yourself and belief in yourself. Somebody can't show that for you. And those are conversations that I have with my athletes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of more than just a basketball thing. It's kind of like a psychological thing too.
So where can they find this training, Amari?
Oh, AB3 Training on Instagram, AB3 Training on Facebook. For all the parents out there, we're working this summer.
Locked in with my guy.
Going on week 3. I'm super excited. So we had a lot of good athletes lately. I'm excited to get this thing keep growing.
Good, that's good. To kind of talk about something that I think can fly under the radar, kind of what we were saying about learning things after your playing ages is definitely the business of sports, especially when you get to like a college level or maybe even a high program in high school. Is when was the moment that you were introduced to the business of basketball?
I was telling you this other day, bro. So I went to school. I went to high school in the North Shore my freshman year. So I went there from elementary school all the way to 9th grade. So 7th grade year I played, killed 1 states, whatever. 8th grade year, 6th grade year I never played. Freshman year, from 7th grade summer, like going to 8th grade summer, I trained every day, 3 times a day, every day. Then when 8th grade summer came, like going into 9th grade, I was at the gym from 8 a.m. all the way till 9 p.m. when it closed. I would do a conditioning workout in the morning, shots in the morning, pool workout in the afternoon, another workout in the evening, and then stretch at the end. I have to count stretch as a workout. Stretch at the end, take care of your body. That was when I was stretching. That was when I was stretching.
Somewhere along the way,
that's when I was stretching. Then we lost it. And so after that, I trained all the way until the day before high school tryouts, freshman year. So freshmen, we're going to play. I'm killing all the freshmen, like all the freshmen. So I was only at freshman tryouts for 1 day. They didn't send me to JV. They sent me right up to the varsity tryouts. Go up to varsity tryouts. The coach is talking to me. He's like, "Yeah, like I love you a lot. I love your game. Blah 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 blah." Granting me all these things. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm a freshman at the time, and I'm like, all right, like I'm just like he's telling me whatever. Like I wasn't comfortable to go up to him and have a conversation or talk about anything. So I made the team, and he put me in maybe 3 JV games and just played a half, and I never played the whole year. Like we went in, didn't play the whole year. We had 1 game where we needed to make it to the playoffs, where we were under a game under 500. Go in, 20 points. Never played again. This is at the end of the season. Never played again for the whole time. And then he put me in, he put me in our last game of the season in the tournament, and he put me in the first half. I turned the ball over. He never put me again. And that was the only 2 times I touched the court my freshman year. And that's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's just what it is, bro. Like, that's the business of sports. Like, sometimes things aren't always going to work out in your favor. Like, he didn't know that I was training for all those years and all the summers where I wasn't playing. He didn't know that. He could have saw it, but it's not something he knew. And, like, that's out of my control. Like, I can't be like, at the time, I was a freshman. I didn't want to go up to him and have a conversation. I would feel uncomfortable. I kind of just felt like I was the only black kid on the team. Like, I just felt like kind of like in a weird spot. You know what I mean? So, like, I didn't really want to step on anybody's toes. And at the time, like, there's only seniors and I'm the only freshman here. And all my friends are playing freshmen in JV. So I'm just like, I don't know any of these kids. Mind you, this is my first year in high school. Like, I don't know anything, bro. Like, I'm trying to figure out my life, bro. And, like, it was just, like, a lot for me. And I was just like, it's always, like, a question, like, what do I do now? And then after that, that was when I transferred. Go away.
So with that experience, like, what do you do now when you have to make business decisions on basketball?
Right now, I'll say do whatever it is that is best for you and you feel you feel is the most comfortable for you. Don't go off base. Like, somebody I'll put it this way. Somebody could be offering me something like, all right, say a Division two coach was like, or a Division three coach was like, we have a spot for you, right? And you'll play super a ton of minutes, blah blah blah, and you have a Division one coach who comes up to you and he's like, yeah, I have a spot for you, but you probably won't play. For me, I'm going with the Division one option. Somebody else, they might take Division three option just because it sounded good to them. Like that may be good for you. Like that's cool. But for me, I'm gonna take that route because I know that I can learn so many other things from those people and make those connections and be around those type of people. And you never know how many of those people can help you. Not saying that a Division three coach or somebody couldn't help you in that aspect,
Right.
but it would be a better platform for me, and that's just my opinion on it. And that everybody's opinion could be different, but I always would say go what you feel most comfortable is for you and what you feel like you know your limit and your value is to somebody. Don't let somebody dump down to their value. Like everybody should have a value for themselves and how you value yourself. And if you see that somebody else sees you as that, that would be your chance to go.
I think that's real, and I think I might take the Division one with you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. The exact reasons you said,
bro,
and
for real.
Might have to give me some minutes.
For real, bro, for real.
But we've talked a lot of basketball and a little bit of journalism. Who is Amari outside of basketball? Like, what are some of the interests you have?
Music is my big thing, bro. Like I always have music on. Music is my thing. My dad loves music, bro. My whole family loves music oriented family. So I feel like that, like I'm not gonna say I never, but I did try. My brother's a producer, so he'd be like producing music and stuff like and he's signed to a studio and stuff like that. So like he's put the beat app on my computer, and like I've been trying to like mess around with it sometimes, bro. And it's like it's different, but like,
is it working out?
No, it's not working out for me, bro. It's not working out for me, bro. I just gotta stick to writing and hooping, bro. It's not working out for me, but like that music has been my go-to whenever I'm upset or like I'm just like I need to listen to music. Somebody pissed me off, I need to listen to music, bro. Like I just need to chill. Like I'll just sit there in my bed, stretch, listen to music, and I'm just like I'll be like, all right, I'm smooth. Like that's my reset button. To go into my room, putting on music. That's my reset. So
since the injury, you just mentioned the beat thing. Have you picked up anything else since your injury?
Well, I mean, I was doing that. Like that was the thing.
Was the whole
that
thing
was
you
that
picked
was
up?
the thing, bro. Like I was sitting
man.
in my bed, like I gotta do something, bro. So like that was the thing. Like I started trying to do that, and then after that, it was really like the coaching thing. Like for me, like I was at the time when I got hurt, I was still at Franklin, so I still had responsibilities as a coach. Like I started to make sure that things were getting done. So it was just staying up, watching film, figuring out, dissecting guys' games, like down to the T of a JV game. Like that was the stuff that I was doing, bro. Like, and that's what made me the player I am today. Like I really don't have any other hobbies other than basketball. Like I don't have any other hobbies, bro. And I'm proud of that. Honestly, a lot of people are like, yeah, you need other stuff to do and stuff like that. I'm like, I have that with my writing. Like that's where I feel like I can go, and I'm like I take that breath and I have that second to relax. Like that doesn't feel like. One thing I'm gonna say, this is a quote. It's a quote for everybody.
Okay.
For the future of anything, you should never feel like you have to work a day in your life. So you should never feel like you have to go to work and you're like, oh, I gotta go to work.
Right.
If you love something, you never feel like you're working. And that's how I feel like it is with basketball and writing. Like I never feel like I'm working. Like I'm gonna work super hard and work harder than you, but it doesn't feel like I'm working. If you get what I'm saying, like, so that's how I feel with like my writing and basketball. It's like I love it too much to the point where I don't feel like I'm working. Like this is something I want to do for the rest of my life.
Hey, you figured it out.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
You spent some time playing JUCO before you got here to Bridgewater. Why did you choose the JUCO route?
So I was supposed to go to a post grad after my senior year, and it ended up not working out in my favor. And I hadn't applied to any colleges. I hadn't looked anywhere else. And I was like, all right, it's the middle of August and I don't know what I'm doing. It's literally like August 26th, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I had no plan, bro. So I was like, community college it is.
Yeah.
They accept everything until day of classes, really. Like, so I was like, I gotta do what I gotta do, bro. Like, that's it. I gotta do what I gotta do. And I had I had an offer to come to Bridgewater State, but I had already rejected it because I was planning on going to my post grad.
Hmm.
That was the only school that I had heard from, and Keene State. That was it. Those were the only two. I went on a visit to Keene State, and the dude was like, "Yeah, like I could give you a spot, but it was too much money for me. It was in the middle of nowhere. I didn't like it, and I was like, I'm working my butt off, bro. Like, I get you're gonna sit here, and I don't want to sit here and not play. Like
Right.
that was just my mindset at the time. So after that, I was like, yeah, bro, Keene's not gonna work out. Bridgewater, I was like, it's too late for me. I can't apply there.
Yeah.
I applied to Keene, but I couldn't apply to Bridgewater State. It was too late. And then I went the Massasoit route. I had went on a little app that I had found that my coach from high school had gave me, and Massasoit had reached out to me on there and asked me to come to a run. Went to a run. Coaches loved it, and that's how it was from there, bro. That's
That's
how
just
it
history.
started, bro. That's how it started. So it wasn't really like I chose to do that. It kind of just happened, but I'm grateful it happened.
Yeah.
Really grateful it happened.
What was the plan once you obviously knew you were
Yep.
going to Massasoit? What was the plan going into that situation?
For me at the time, I didn't have a plan.
Hmm.
I didn't know what I was gonna do, bro. Like, I was like, at the time, to be honest, completely honest with you, I had no idea what JUCO was when I was at Massasoit. I didn't know what a junior college was. Like, you could ask me, like, my dad had to explain to me what a junior college was. I didn't know. I never heard of it. Any time that I heard of Massasoit, it was like some bum was going there, like somebody who wasn't good in life or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
that was my perception as a growing up around that area. So when I found out that I had to go there, I was kind of like bummed out about it because I was like, everybody's you're at Massasoit, like what are you doing over there? So, but no one, no one's opinions matter about you, all right? Always remember that. No one's opinions matter about you unless your own. As long as you know your value, they don't matter. But I didn't have a plan, bro. I real life didn't have a plan. So our practices were really weird.
Hmm.
Our everything was weird. Like, we were not a team. We weren't a team. We arguing, fighting, a whole bunch of it wasn't a team. It wasn't until my first game when I had a plan. After I played my first college game was when I knew that I had a plan. And my first college game, I scored 27 points in the first half, first game, and then I ended up with 33 points. I only scored 6 points in the second half.
Yeah.
I went back home. It was like 3 hours away too, by the way, and our game was at 7. So I had the whole bus ride there to just the bus ride back to just think. And I was like, that I really just did that at my first college game. Like, that was the first time I had given myself some props.
Yeah.
Like, I had never the type of person to give myself props, bro, ever. And that was the first time that I actually did that. And for me, I was like, I want to feel this feeling, bro, but I don't want to feel it here.
Yeah.
Like, I know if I was somewhere else, I'd have guys that would be like happy for me and proud of me. These guys are just like, not all of them, but some of the guys are just like, I didn't get my shine. Like, why should I be happy about this kid?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that kind of environment. And after that first game, bro, I knew what I wanted to do that year. Like, I knew that I could go in there and be dominant and be the player that I was. Like, I knew that I could do all of that after that game, no matter what it was, because I had already had all the guys who were saying whatever, upset about whatever, and complaining about their minutes and complaining about how I'm taking more shots and all this other stuff. Like, I already had been through that, and I knew that there would be guys that would be completely different. Like, yo, Amari, take those shots. I've never had a teammate to be like, yo, Amari, that's a great shot, take it. I've never had a teammate say that to me. Like, and those are the things that I look forward to. here at Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those are the things. But yeah, bro. I don't want to get off topic about the JUCO.
No,
So,
I mean, what?
like,
I mean, you kind of just brought me to the
yeah,
next
bro.
question. Is what is it that at the end of the year that brought you to Bridgewater, or at least back to Bridgewater?
So Bridgewater came to like a lot of my games. Like they came like 7 of my games, bro. And for me, that was one thing that I was like, they care.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was like, they're sending their whole coaching staff to all my games. Like that was like something that I felt was a blessing to have. And also, I grew up in Stoughton. Well, I grew up in Boston, moved to Stoughton, so I was like, it's not far from home. Like I'll still be close to like my dad. And then red's my favorite color. Red's my favorite color, bro. So I was like, I've never gotten to wear red on a basketball court. I was like, I got to do that. Definitely got to do that, bro. But the relationships and stuff and the people that I talked to get me here and the work that I've done to get here has been amazing, bro. And I feel like being here at Bridgewater, I can't wait to showcase that. I'm excited.
It's gonna be
Super.
fun.
It's gonna be scary.
I heard someone
bro.
else on the podcast that was on the Athletes Club say the
Yo,
same thing you just
know what I'm
said.
saying, bro? Shout out to my
Hey.
boy Precious, man. You know how
Come
we
on,
better
Precious.
get, bro.
Come on, Precious. To kind of give you some fun questions, something that I always ask everybody. It's Thursday. Coach gives you a weekend off, so we got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. See you Monday. You going out or you staying in?
Friday night, I'm definitely gonna have some of the boys over.
Nah, it's all in or
bro. Friday, have some of the boys over, chill out. You need to be social sometimes. Like for me, that's me. I need to be social sometimes. I can't be cooped up in the house. Like that was one thing I never did, like ever. I never had a social life, and I feel like that's important now, especially in the society we live in today. You need to have a social life. You need to do certain things. Like for me, that's me. Some people are opposites. Like for example, I know Precious likes to be by himself. That's Precious. Precious likes to be by himself. He's cool. But for me, it's like he's not weird though. He's not a weirdo. I swear, bro. And then for me, it's just like I need that time to be alone. I need more time to be alone, but I need that time to be with a group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things for me is I need to feel supported in some types of ways. You know what I mean? Whether that's just by my dad or whether that's by a couple of people. But the support of me just having my dad is just me knowing that I'm supported regardless. So just if I don't feel supported, I'm gonna be a crash dummy.
Yeah.
I won't be locked in. I won't be the same person. But if I know I'm supported, that's it. So definitely, so Friday, hanging out with my friends. Saturday, Sunday, I'm locked in. I'm in the crib. I'm in the crib, bro.
You gotta choose one, bro.
I'm in the crib, bro.
You're halfway right now.
Bro. I can't choose.
It's a yes or no question, bro.
I can't. What do you mean?
Team
it's
out.
not a yes
you
or
going
no.
out? You staying in?
I'm staying in, bro. I guess it outweighs 2-1. I guess it outweighs it, bro. So I guess I'm staying in.
All right, team staying in. Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club, my boy.
If you had to survive on an island for 30 days with two teammates, who are the two that you're going with? And I chose 2 specifically because 3 is an odd number, and you all have to get along.
Man, bro. All right. 2 teammates. And you said they could be like from
any
time.
If y'all put on the same uniform for one AAU game, y'all teammates.
Oh, word. Say that. All right. I gotta say, survive on an island with 2 teammates would probably be Jack Connell from Wentworth. That's my boy. And then we all have to get along, though. It's the thing.
30 days, bro.
We all
it's
gotta
a long
get
ass
time. It'll probably be Jack, and it'll probably be Precious, because like me and Precious haven't put on the same uniform yet, but me and Precious have known each other for super long, and like we've been around like the same trainers, and we have mutual friends and connections and stuff like that. So I feel like it's definitely either Precious and Jack. Jack, I trained with him every day in the summer during high school, every day. And we still do it till
once you made the transfer.
Yeah, once I transferred to OA, he grew up in Walpole. He went to Walpole, and then he ended up going to Wentworth. and we trained every day in the summer and just got each other better, bro. And he literally just scored 500 points this year at Wentworth, bro. Like
That boy's
killed,
killing.
bro,
That boy's
killed
killing.
it. Like, so that's like somebody who's been a supporter for me for a long time now, and I can't thank him enough for that, for sure.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
I want to hear your answer first.
I've never had it, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, bro.
What? You've never had it,
No, because it doesn't belong on pizza.
bro? I haven't had pineapple on pizza in a long time, but I don't think that it
It
doesn't.
sounds
belong.
like there's a reason.
It doesn't. No, I actually do like it. Like all right. My dad used to get Hawaiian pizza from Domino's, bro. That used to be a Friday meals, bro.
Oh, man.
Friday meals, Hawaiian pizza from Domino's.
Oh man.
Pineapple, ham, bro. I might get that for dinner. I haven't had it in a minute, bro. Pineapples on pizza is not bad.
You're killing me.
It's not bad, bro. But for me, I don't really like.
See, the
tomato
problem is
sauce.
you're saying it's not bad, which means it's not good.
No,
because it's
because
not
it
bad.
is good. It is good.
But you're saying
Because
it's not
it's like
bad.
it's one of those things where it's like I'll eat it again. You know what I'm saying? Like if I have to eat it, I'll eat it.
Hey, bro, I ain't.
Like so, you're
messing
telling me
with
if
it.
you saw pineapples on pizza, you're not eating it at all, and you had nothing to eat, bro? You're tweaking, bro.
I love
That's not how it
pineapple
works.
and I love pizza, but they don't go together.
You know what doesn't belong on pizza?
I swear, if you say what I love.
Red sauce.
Okay. Whatever, bro.
Red
Whatever.
sauce doesn't belong on pizza, bro.
What's your biggest basketball ick?
Oh, man, that's a good question. My biggest basketball ick.
It could be something somebody does in a workout, something from a pregame lineup.
My biggest ick is probably missing layups. That's my biggest ick.
For yourself or in general?
So I coach my fifth graders,
Okay, I see this is
and
going.
we miss a lot of
see where
fast
this is
breaking like
going.
open layups, and that's nothing against them because they work hard. They're
Yes,
my dogs,
they're
but
young.
they know how to make layups. That's why I'm so hard on them about it because it's like you can't be leaving free points, bro. That's 2 free points. And same thing with free throws too, bro. Like you get to the free throw line, bro. You did all that work to get there, right? You have 2 free easy points. Why are you missing them?
I feel it.
Why are you missing them, bro?
I feel
and
it.
nobody can ever say anything about me missing free throws. And I love that because numbers don't lie. That's all I gotta say. Numbers don't lie.
So what are your numbers with the free throw line?
Bro, my JUCO year, I was the number 1 in Division III for the nation for most made free throws per game and most attempted.
Okay. What was that percentage?
I think it was 83.
Okay.
Which is okay. I'm shooting for 90, bro.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm shooting for 90.
We have that on camera now, so we
You
gonna
got
see.
you heard it here first,
we got
bro.
it on camera.
You heard it here first, bro. I'm shooting for 90. Shooting for 90.
Well, with that, Amari, do you have anything else to take us out of here? You got a quote, hype outro?
Do I have an
What you
outro?
got?
I don't got an outro, but hey, man, this guy right here is the GOAT.
Hey, bro.
He's the GOAT, bro.
Hey, bro.
He's the most important person in your phone. The most important man in your contacts, in your DMs, bro. All that, bro.
Hey,
this
bro.
guy right here.
That's your regular
So,
guy,
hey, man.
Just trying
Shout out
make
to
it.
my boy Matt, bro, for getting me on here, bro. I'm much appreciative of it.
Much appreciate you coming
So,
on.
that's it, my man. I appreciate the time, bro. And definitely more content coming soon for sure. More content coming soon, bro. Gotta stay tuned right here.
All right, bro. We out of here.
Yes, sir.